Okay, so the last thing I'm looking at is what's called a contour plot. And what I'm doing here is I'm looking at, instead of the circle, looking at the square from x goes -1 to 1, y goes -1 to 1, and seeing a very simple thing of where do the points get mapped to by this equation, and all points that get mapped to the same distance away from 0 get connected together. Okay? And what is this telling us? It's saying, well, near 0, 0, the points kind of stay circular.
Yeah.
You see that? And as you move away from 0, 0, you start getting these very strange looking shapes. And you can see that near the boundary of this original circle, you sort of see the boundary of the circle?
Yeah.
Sort of. Things are starting to look really strange.
Yeah.
So this is a fascinating little function, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wonder what is going on here. What do you guys think?
It's pretty cool to watch it like crumple up and then uncrumple.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like let's instead of taking our super complicated equation, let's go back to a simpler one. Here's just
It doesn't.
so here it's only starting to get complicated.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the plot points down to 50 so it runs a little quicker.
So that's starting to crumple, it looks like.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little more complicated. So this is one way of how you can look at these.
Wonder what happened if you tried 3D plot.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
If you tried 3D plot, it would be cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how you do the 3D plot. La 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 la. There might be something as simple as plot 3D here.
Let's see if it works.
No.
No.
It might be capital D.
Yeah.
There it is.
Whoa.
So this
That's
starts
cool.
giving, and here the heights represent the distance from the origin, so it's a little confusing.
So the origin is the lowest point.
Yeah. Seems like it.
I see the origin.
And since I'm plotting distances away from the origin, that's why the origin's the lowest point, because nothing can be less than 0. It takes a little bit of time to understand how to interpret these contour plots of complex functions, but that's okay. Right now we can kind of do some beginning interpretations of them and just understand that they get a little bit more complicated.
Let's see. Whoa.
Ooh.
That one actually
You have
looks
some low points there.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting some lower points.
Do any of our equations involve R?
No, not yet. What's happening here is we're seeing the points near the origin stay near the origin. See how they're low?
But then the other points.
As you get further away, they seem to go further away from the origin, but then when things get really crazy, that what these spikes down are telling us that some points go back to 0.
Isn't that like the crumples?
They're the crumples that crumpled all the way back to 0 in our original. Remember how we started getting those crazy spirals, and you had lots of points on those spirals that sort of were near the origin.
I wonder what happened if you did it another level.
Another level? All right, let's go. $25th. Oh, I goofed up. I needed a space there.
Whoa, two
More
spikes.
spikes.
More spikes, and this corresponded to the thing starting to look more and more complicated.
Yeah.
Right, and remember when we took the radius out to 1.1? Things went bananas.
Yeah.
Let's see what going bananas looks like here.
Sorry. Yeah, I got confused. I just want to go from x goes from -1.1 to 1.1. Y goes from minus 1.1, 1.1.
Running. Ooh, more. Oh, whoa, that's actually pretty cool.
What does that look like to you?
Maybe
It
a
looks like you have a circle and then some high points.
circle, then high
Actually, it
point.
looks like a circle, but you have the spikes at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So it's going really crazy right on the boundary of our x squared plus y squared equals 1 circle. And then away from the boundary, you see all those spikes. Some points go back to 0, some points go up really high.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is really neat stuff. That's something we can explore a little more on the computer.
Yeah.
All right. Good job this morning, guys.